All right, so welcome to Prophecy Montana, folks, and hope you guys are having a good evening. And my name is Kerry Martin. So if you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. I would appreciate that, and also by sharing, that would help it as well. So 25,000 troops in the capital. We'll just open up with that. Now this is unprecedented in our history of the United States. You know, this is all to protect the inauguration of the President-elect Joe Biden. And let me see, what have we got here? These are just headlines. You know, just going out through Google here. A couple of days ago, I was sent a text that I would like to read, and this information, it's not the first time I've heard this information, so I'd like to at least read it. Maybe some of you guys have been hearing similar stuff as well. So there's a bunch of rumors going around. We're not sure what to believe, what sure not to believe. So all right, so this is supposedly allegedly direct from high up military. Okay, according to the latest schedule, everything will be exposed sometime between Sunday afternoon and Monday night. Okay, remember, I'm just reading a text here. So the timer has been set for those two particular days. During that time, the EBS, or the emergency broadcast system, will be activated. President Trump will send out a message: "My fellow Americans, the storm is upon us." There will be 7 presidential text messages sent from him via Air Force One following the message, "The storm is upon us." That puts us under a full global martial law via the EBS on authorized devices. There will be an 8-hour video played 3 times a day for 10 days straight, with video confessions of high-profile elite individuals being exposed for their crimes against humanity at their military tribunals. While the movie is being played, 500,000 plus people will be taken down worldwide. This repeating movie will be extremely painful for most of us because it involves people we thought we could trust committing unthinkable crimes. We understand that no one will be allowed to leave their residence until the completion. During this moment in history, we will transition to Gesara, Nesara. Now, I have to admit, I have not heard those terms before, but, you know, I'm pretty ignorant anyways. There will be a full rewiring of planet Earth. It is our understanding that media and internet will be shut down. This is not a transition from President Trump to Biden. It is a transition that President Trump, in conjunction with the military, have composed, restoring things back to we the people. Now you know why General Flynn was pardoned, key asset to this entire process, in parentheses. We are preparing for a brand new future where humanity is free from the constraints of former powers. There will finally be a world free of division amongst the people. Everyone must understand this is serious, so please have enough food, water, batteries, and necessities for the duration of 10 days. It is better to be safe than sorry. You are receiving this message to give you an ample time to prepare for what is coming next. All right, so with that being said, you know, like I said, a lot of rumors going around, and it's hard to tell what's true and what's not. I mean, this is unsubstantiated, more or less. And so let's just go through some of this real quick. But I have a question. What are these? I mean, okay, so supposedly these troops are being sent to protect the new administration coming in. But correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't this inauguration going to be a virtual inauguration anyways? And 25,000 troops. I mean, what exactly are they expecting? That's my question. So to talk about the actual, you know, because this supposedly came about because of the storming of the Capitol building. And, you know, in all fairness, we have, what was that? There's been already, I guess, Antifa members arrested for the storming of the Capitol. There's been some BLM members and even some off-duty police officers as well that were indicated in some of this. So it just makes you wonder what's going on. I mean, so 25,000 troops are currently in D.C. This is 4 times more than the number of troops in Afghanistan and Iraq combined. 5,000 more are expected to arrive in the next few days. Barricades and armored checkpoints are everywhere in D.C. All of this for the anticipated civil unrest by Trump supporters with Biden when Biden is inaugurated. First, Trump supporters are not violent, according to this source. This was proven and now finally accepted by the government and even the left-wing media after video evidence revealed BLM, Antifa, and even embedded CNN reporter were caught instigating the breach of the Capitol. Second, President Trump is still in charge of the country. The military and military leaders, this massive buildup is not under Joe Biden's control or even his request. President Trump is orchestrating this military buildup. But why? There's the question. All right, yeah, that's my question too. You know, and it's funny because concerned about insider attack, FBI vets guard troops in D.C. So apparently even the troops are being checked over for whether or not they're faithful to whatever cause is being brought down. So yeah, pretty unprecedented. So somebody, a friend of mine, he called me today and he brought up something that was pretty relevant, I think, into our, into today's world. If you go to let me see, I think it's Daniel chapter 2. All right, there was a, let me see here, I'm just going to find this here, Daniel chapter 2. And if you remember Nebuchadnezzar had a dream, and he couldn't remember the dream, but it troubled him very badly. So he called all his chief, the wise men, the chief governors, and all of his soothsayers and his astronomers and all these people to interpret the dream, and none of them could. So he was going to just have them all killed right then and there. He said these guys are worthless. They can't seem to tell me what the dream means. So they're supposedly be able to do this sort of thing, and then they can't. So they're worthless. So we're going to kill them all. And it just so happens that Daniel was one of those wise men. And after a little discourse with with one of the guards, Daniel convinced the guard, hey, give me, a day. I'll pray to my God, and I'll bring you the interpretation of the dream. So he conceded, and the interpretation is such. And Daniel chapter 2 verse 37, we're going to start out here. It's, thou, O king, art a king of kings, for the God of heaven hath given thee a kingdom, power and strength and glory. And wheresoever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the field and the fowls of the heaven hath he given into thine hand, and hath made thee ruler over all. Thou art this head of gold. It was a statue that the king had dreamed, and Daniel dreamed the same dream, but Daniel had the interpretation. And after these shall arise another kingdom inferior to thee, and another third kingdom of brass. I must have skipped something here. So there was a head of gold. There was a chest of arms of silver. There was thighs of brass, legs of iron, and feet of iron and clay, and they were mixed. And it says here, and that's the part we're going to talk about right now. And as the toes, we're in verse 47, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another. Even as iron is not mixed with clay. And in the days of these kings shall be the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. All right. But the important part is this, that the feet of iron and clay, it says that they shall not cleave one to another. It is my understanding, and it's been the understanding of the Protestant faiths all throughout history for a good many years now, all up until just very recently. People have completely discarded these these end-day prophecies, and they've substituted them with some crazy ideas, future these prophecies that we see today about Israel and whatnot. But my point is this: this prophecy is speaking specifically about Europe and the world in particular, and in its final days, and how these kingdoms wouldn't necessarily cleave one to another, and they wouldn't, period. And so even though they would try to bring them together, let's look at history. I mean, Mussolini, Hitler, let's go down the line, Napoleon. But anyways, there's been all these attempts to bring these nations together, and it's failed. And there's an attempt right now to unite the world, if you will, with this globalist pact. And it's going to fail because the Bible says it's going to fail. It's not going to materialize, So what's happening today? I don't know. I don't know what all these troops mean at the Capitol any more than the next guy. I'm certainly no prophet, and I have no foresight in this other than what I read online here, and it's somewhat convoluted because you don't know who to believe and who not to believe, but we can trust the Word of God, and that there will be no globalism, there will be no global pact, there will be no global one world, if you will. That I know for sure because the Bible says so, and we can bank on that. So just interesting stuff to think about here. And let's not put too much into what's happening in the world around us. Let's not think about, who's going to be the next president or which direction our world's going to go in. So anyways, if you guys wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up if you like this sort of content, and hitting that subscribe button, that would be awesome. And make sure and share these videos. That's the best way to support me. Anyways, thank you so much, and we'll see you.